to geopolitical weirdo. It is the only capital in the world that sits right on the border of two other countries, Austria and Hungary. For centuries, this place was basically the backyard of the Habsburg Empire. High society, coronation, classical music, pristine baroque buildings. And if you walk through the whole town today, that's exactly the story they are telling you. It's a beautiful, curated museum. A safe, clean, pastel-colored postcard. You got tourists crowding around quirky bronze statues, sipping coffee in the squares. Basically, consuming the cost of an empire that died 100 years ago. It's nice. It's beautiful. It's less be real. It's a theme park. But this narrative is incomplete. It's a careful, preserved illusion. Because right at the edge of this 18th century fantasy, the history of Bratislava doesn't just evolve factual. To understand the actual frequency of this city, we must leave the postcard. We have to look at the scar. Today is May 1st, Labor Day. The second you leave that crowded, cold, world fantasy behind, the whole city completely shifts. Suddenly, you are standing underneath this massive concrete beast, the Most SNP, the bridge of the Slovak national uprising. They finished it in 1972, and it wasn't just built to connect two riverbanks. It was built to break away from the past. It's a massive piece of engineering, sure, but it was also a political weapon to slam a highway through it here. The communist government didn't go around the historic center. They drove bulldozers straight through it. 226 historic buildings gone, wiped out. Almost the entire Jewish quarter, including a stunning synagogue. Cross the Danube, and the architecture stopped trying to be pretty. It starts demanding compliance. You leave a city built for individuals, and you walk into a machine built for the masses. Welcome to Petržalka. This is the biggest concrete housing project in Central Europe. More than 120,000 people live here. There is this heavy psychological weight when you walk through here. It was actually designed as an utopia of ultimate equality. Every single family got the same layout, the same square footage, the same concrete cube. The goal was to crush individualism, and the scale of it is just so massive, it literally cuts the skies into blocks. Two completely different worlds, separated by one river, a timeline violently chopped in half by steel and concrete. When you stand at the base of these monoliths, it doesn't feel like a community, it feels like an imposition. For decades, Petržalka was rated as the concrete jungle, a grim reminder of the Eastern Bloc. But if you look closely at the block now, the ideology that built this wall collapsed, but the people remained. They painted the concrete, they covered the underpasses in street art. Nature is reclaiming the space between. They took a community designed for total conformity and slowly over generation forced it to become a neighborhood. The old town over there sells you a fairy tale from a century ago. But Petržalka, this is the real, physical echo of the 20th century. It's heavy, it's permanent, and it's shaped exactly how hundreds of thousands of people live their lives. So, do we tear down the concrete to forget the past? Or do we live inside it to remember?